Hey, what's up guys? In this video we're going to take a look at some unusual activity in the Schumann resonance. Saw a big uptick 18th, 19th, and into the early morning hours of the 20th. Going to take a look at what it could possibly be, what I think we're going to rule out what it isn't. Got a brand new picture slideshow to share with you guys, some really cool photos. Also got a good video out of Vermont sent in by Nate W. from the Montpelier area, calling this a moon UFO because it's exactly what it is. Nate was filming the moon, a UFO went in front of the moon. Generally, when we see those, I can conclude beyond a reasonable doubt that it's a bird. In this case, I cannot. I zoom in really close. Good video. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Also, there's something really unique over here in Oakdale. This is in the United Kingdom. Gentleman shared this with me a couple of days ago. I think you guys are going to get a real kick out of that. Something just for fun. But first, the Schumann resonance. You can see the activity was very strong for about 36 hours between the 18th and 19th and into the 20th. If you go to the website, a lot of times you can match in the geomagnetic K index. If you click on that, you'll see geomagnetic storms. Well, there was a geomagnetic storm the 20th, between the 20th and 21st, but not on the 18th or 19th. So where this energy came from is a bit mysterious. Don't know for sure, but that's quite an uptick considering normal range is up in here in the 7.8 range. Okay, we're peaking at maximum overdrive here at sometimes above 40. So that's a significant uptick, very bright signatures. That's a strong frequency being detected in the Schumann data. So don't know the exact culprit of that. May never know. Sometimes you just don't, but Earth feels things and it shows up in the Schumann data as a frequency. Really cool observation here recently over in Newport Beach, California, right along the coastline. This is called bioluminescence, when the water glows that really brilliant blue. We've seen that down around the coastlines of Australia before and along California here. That's where we're at. This happened back on the 15th. And it is a spectacular, it almost looks otherworldly, spectacular sight indeed to see the water glowing that very light blue like that. What causes that, believe it or not, is plankton. That's a life form moving in large quantities in very close to the shore, and it causes the water to actually glow, or they actually glow, giving the water a beautiful glowing appeal. Absolutely cool. This happened over in Newport Beach. A rare neon blue was observed by several people. There was people down there with cameras ready, as they knew that plankton, I think, was moving in, and that's honestly, that's what causes it. But it is a sight to see. So that occurred about a week ago over along the coast of California. Also, I want to talk about April 10th. I reported 4 volcano eruptions just in Indonesia on the 10th. And this activity here you can see is from April 10th around 5 p.m. And Steve went on to say he'd never seen this much activity in one day, and neither had I. This was globally. You can see there were 12 volcanic eruptions of some degree on the 10th. And that's quite impressive to have that much volcanic activity in one day. 12 volcanic eruptions on the 10th of April. I just wanted to share that with you guys because I reported on 4 out of Indonesia, and there were actually 8 more around the world. Very, very busy day. Now we're going to Montpelier, Vermont. Video here taken by Nate. Check this out. Something comes in from left to right there. This is the original video at original speed. It's actually much longer than that. I just saved the clip that had this object in it, whatever it may be. Original speed, once again. I zoomed in very, very tight. Let me go back and show you again because it happened so quick. This is all original speed. I zoom in right here. And what I'm going to do is zoom in and slow down significantly and try to get a better look at this thing and determine at least what it isn't. And what I was looking for was wing movement. 9 out of 10 times you'll see wing movement, but this is different. Now we're going to zoom in and put it in slow motion. You don't see any obvious wing movement. That looks like some sort of a structure. Odd structure at that, but does not look like a classical bird signature. And I've seen several, so I know what to look for. I don't really see any obvious wing movement. That's some sort of a craft, and it's pretty good size, whatever it was. Here it is enhanced. I've just simply inverted the object, whatever it may be, put it in slow motion, and don't know. Any type of movement that we're seeing here is because I'm in so close and it's a little bit pixelated. So you're seeing what's happening here. It's trying to focus on not only the moon, but this object as well, because it's not like it's a little speck. It's pretty good size, so it's trying to focus on this and the moon, and it's creating pixelation. And the pixelation is what's moving here. There's no obvious wing movement. If there was wing movement here, it would be several inches above the torso and several inches below the torso. There's none. The movement that you do see is from pixels because it's trying to focus on the object. That's all. You can see it's kind of got a little bit of a reflection here. This is also enhanced. I was trying to pull forward any features at all just to give us a clue as to what it was. And it's not really giving up much. That's a solid craft that doesn't have any type of, bird-like movement. That's a solid structure. And like I said, the movement that you do see real close to the object is because this camera is not only trying to focus on the moon, but when that thing comes into the field of view, it's trying to focus on it too. So good video by Nate. I'll post the original link down below in the description box. You can watch the entire video. This was the only segment where this object, whatever it was, came flying across the screen. But he was just filming the moon. He wasn't out looking for anything specific. So good video by Nick out of Montpelier, Vermont. Some sort of a strange craft went flying in front of the moon. That was back a few weeks ago. Rare glowing coastline off of Newport Beach, California. Absolutely spectacular. I want to take you guys over to Oakdale here in the United Kingdom. And I want you to pay close attention to this subdivision right here. Check this out. This is really cool. Does that look familiar? Look at this subdivision here. Watch this. Looks exactly like a Millennium Falcon. How about that? I wonder who designed that subdivision. Gentleman shared that with me that grew up there in the United Kingdom. Look at that. Very, very cool. That was shared with me by Steve Porter, who grew up over in that area. And the community is shaped like a Millennium Falcon. How about that? Also got a brand new picture slideshow I want to share with you guys. New photos that have come in from around the world. And I'm working on many, many more. Daniel S. out of Madrid, Spain. Fiery looking sunrise, orange and gold. Been seeing a lot of sun halos lately. This one was sent in by Mercy. Not exactly sure of the location. This one here, double rainbow over Vipul's house in New Delhi, India. Look at that. High profile double-decker rainbow. He was absolutely stunned by its presence. This one here, I want to pause it for a second. We're going back over to the UK, Bristol, United Kingdom. This is a still image sent in by Tom, and you can see what looks like almost a tuning fork in the sky. See that very unusual shape right there? That's in the northwestern sky, in the location, or at least the general area, of Comet Atlas, which is basically fragmenting, it's falling apart. This photo here is about 5-6 days old. Tom said this was in the sky for about an hour, and he just found it odd, between like 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. during the overnight hours. And here it is again in a slightly different format, and you can see what I mean. It's kind of got a U shape to it. That's what he noticed, and he just found it unusual. And it is unusual. Don't know what it is. Aaron out of Houston, Texas. Got a big single rainbow. Don't see the double. Brad from Atlanta. See right there why he took the photo? It's like a dark triangle craft. This one here, no mistaking. See that triangle craft right there out over the Atlantic Ocean off the west coast of Africa? Not only one, but if you look real close, sitting right next to a bigger one. That doesn't look like a random cloud. It looks like a piece of pie in the sky. That's a perfect triangle. Look at that thing. Not only one, but two. Here it is in a highly inverted format, heavily enhanced. Look. Looks like two perfect triangles floating out over the Atlantic Ocean. Lori out of Maui, Hawaii. Beautiful sky. Got some colors up in the proximity of the sun. Luan out of Spartanburg, South Carolina. Crescent moon-shaped clouds. How about that? It's not something you see every day. Neither is this. Marcia D took these from an airplane window about 35,000 feet above the Caribbean. Double halo around the sun at 35,000 feet. Don't see that every day either. Great observation by Marcia, who was taking these photos out the window of an airplane. There's some very bright, vivid colors there. Mark J out of Kansas. Boomerang-shaped cloud up in the proximity of the sun. Also got another fiery sunrise out of Kansas. Spectacular gold and orange colors. Beams coming up through the clouds. And a fiery, look at this here, by Randy R out of Kansas as well. Look at that orange. That's exactly the way I received it. And then you've got this, what looks like a horizontal, very narrow, like rope tornado, even though I don't think it is. Years ago, I saw a tornado come down out of the sky, and that's exactly what it looked like in the exact same location. It was on the right-hand side of a cloud. It looked like that, and next thing you know, it came down and was rotating on the ground. But before it did, it looked just like that. Samantha out of West Kentucky. Got all kinds of colors here. Look at that sky. Singh out of Germany said this looked like Morse code up in the sky. Look at that. Very unusual pattern up in the sky, and it was the only thing up there. Tammy C out of Gladewater, Texas. Spectacular double rainbow. Wes B caught some sort of a satellite moving through the sky as he was photographing the stars. Jeff B, ISS, got what looks like some dust coming off of the Sahara out over the Atlantic Ocean, but also notice what looks like something at the top of the photograph. Don't know what that is. Been seeing a lot of these black objects following the ISS, or at least they're in the ISS live feed quite often. Joel L, notice this long, what looks like a shelf cloud in the sky, but it's not storming. It's just a long white cloud with a very sharp contrast between white and clear blue. We see this every once in a while, but not very often. It's actually kind of rare to see that. Tulio out of Honduras. Big beams coming up over the horizon at sunrise. Samantha, Greenville, Kentucky. More spectacular colors low on the horizon. Look at that. That almost looks like a gold triangle craft there, or at least a cloud. Also produced a rainbow-looking cloud low to the horizon. Now this one here, once we do a little bit of work to it, we don't alter it, we just kind of adjust the lighting. You can see what looks like a triangle tucked behind the clouds there. I think that's why she was compelled to take the photograph to begin with. Once again, that's Samantha out of Kentucky. If you guys are new to the YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and click on that bell. That way you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. If you're a current subscriber, double check, make sure you're still subscribed. Make sure the bell is still activated so you'll get notified every time we upload a new video. If you guys have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. All of the photos end up here at the Sky Phenomena Photo Gallery, and sometimes I'll use the photos in a picture slideshow, just like you saw right here. Thanks for watching, have a super day, and be safe out there.